Since I first picked up my car over 18 months ago, I always thought the plastic speaker covers looked kind of blah, not exactly the look for a premium vehicle. I recently found some decorative stainless steel speaker grills made for the Model 3 front immersive speaker, front door speaker, and rear door speaker. I found silver and black versions of these covers, and also in two different styles, some with round holes with a radial pattern, and others that used rectangular slatted openings. These are the ones I selected, and they have a stainless steel finish. I didn't find anybody who sells all three pairs of speakers in one kit, so these are the two auctions that offered what I needed. The following two listings show the same pattern with a black finish. I couldn't find any that sold the round imaging speakers by themselves. So on with the box opening. I chose the round hole version with the radial pattern. Here we have the immersive speaker grills. Notice that they are not flat. They have a bend that conforms to the car's A-pillar. On the back is 3M type adhesive for attaching it to the speaker grill area. All of the pieces were shipped with a protective plastic film. The machining is quite good, and I didn't notice any problems with the finish. Next up, we have the front door speaker grill. This is the largest of the three pairs of grills. The original auction photos showed the grills to be blank, but mine arrived with the Tesla emblem etched on. Don't really mind too much, but I probably would have preferred it not on there. Let's remove it from the plastic bag. As with the smaller speaker grill covers, this one has a pretty good finish. All the machine holes are accurate. Not bad. It also has a 3M type adhesive that goes around the back border of the grill. Lastly, we have the rear door speakers. These are kind of like miniature versions of the front door speakers. These also have the Tesla logo and name etched onto the surface. I have all three of the speaker grills next to each other so you can see the comparison of sizes. Now let's go to installation. Clean off the surface where the new grills will be installed. Test fit the new grills where they're going to be located. At this point, you can remove the protective plastic. Before installation, I was curious to see if the original speaker covers could be removed. I tried to wedge them using my plastic pry bars, but I couldn't get them loose. It may be possible to remove the original cover by taking off the door panel and unsnapping it or unscrewing it from the rear, but I decided to leave it on due to the design of these grills. The new covers need a solid surface and mold directly onto the underlying plastic. This may not work as well if I remove the original covers. Next, I remove the 3M plastic backing off of the double-sided tape. It's a good idea to do the installation at a 70-degree or higher temperature to ensure proper adhesion. You could also use a heat gun or hair dryer to warm up the 3M double-sided tape. When placing the new grill cover onto the door surface, I lined it up along the top, then pressed it along the edges to ensure it has a good fit. And when everything looks good, press down firmly along the entire surface. By the way, the front door speaker is an 8-inch woofer that is located behind a plastic cover. It is a 4 ohm speaker with an 80-watt power rating. Then I took my microfiber cloth and pressed around all the edges to make sure it's adhering well. Here's a close-up look at the finished installation. These covers fit nicely around the original grill opening. It seems that it follows the lines of the door panel, and it looks pretty nice. I used some blue painter's tape after installation to make sure that there's pressure on the new grill to promote adhesion. Next, we're going to install the cover over the immersive speaker. At first I tried to see if the cover was removable, but it appears that it's attached on the opposite side of the panel, which makes it difficult to remove. The original immersive speaker cover is actually a metal grill, although it looks like it's plastic. It may be possible to remove this metal grill, but I decided not to do that. The main reason is that the new grill needs to attach onto a solid surface. I fear that this may not be possible if I remove the original cover. This is the easiest one to install, though it is slightly tricky. This test fitting for the new grill is important because you need to get that curve just right so that the grill cover follows the curve of the A-pillar. Remove the plastic backing. Now place the stainless steel grill over the original cover. Now carefully make sure that the angle is correct before fully pressing down on the new cover. This is a light cover, so the tape sticks well, and I don't think it should be a problem over the long term. Now you can firmly press down on the full surface so that the double-sided tape adheres well to the underlying original cover. Here's a close-up view of the new cover on. The speakers on the upper A-pillar are called Immersive. They are included in the premium package. They are 2.5-inch mid-range speakers with 4 ohm impedance and only 2 watts of power rating. And for the last part, we have the final 2 speakers that are located on the rear door. Clean off this area so that the new cover adheres on well. Remove the protective plastic. And now we can test fit the new grill on the area. Remove the plastic backing over the 3M double-sided tape. I found attaching it with the curved section against the cover works best, and then make sure the alignment covers the entire original plastic cover. I also noticed that if the cover is bent a little bit, it fits over the area better. As with the other speaker covers, I recommend pressing down firmly all around the outside surface area to make sure that the double-sided tape adheres firmly to the underlying plastic. Again, if it is cold out, I would recommend using a heat gun or hot air dryer to warm up the double-sided tape. By the way, the rear door speakers are 4-inch mid-range speakers with 3 ohms impedance and 33 watt power rating. As with the front door covers, I use some blue painter's tape to make sure that there's pressure on the covers so that the double-sided tape will cure. Well, that about wraps it up. This was an easy install and modification to the car's speaker grills. One negative is the lack of an included adhesion promoter. Another negative is that they are kind of pricey at $80 for 6 covers. I'm sure the price will drop over time. I know this will be a controversial video as far as modifications go. Some may say it's too blingy or garish. Obviously, this is a cosmetic mod that some people will like or not. If you're interested in any of these items, I have the links in the video description. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.